All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What's going on, y'all? How
Hey,
y'all
what's
doing?
up, y'all?
What we doing? You know, I normally do intro.
But I was
I
helping.
feel that. Okay, my fault. Go ahead, ma. Go ahead. You do it,
Oh,
cause you.
you?
No, you've never done it. You do it. You do it. You do it.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, ma.
I just wanted to be a part.
No, go ahead, ma. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to do it today. I want you to do it today.
Oh my goodness. What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode.
5.
Is it
Yeah,
five?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, episode five. From our heart to yours. I'm Shanika.
I'm Stefan.
Let's get it.
Oh. Hey, all right. So y'all, it's been a little minute since we've all discussed, sat down, and talked to each other, and we apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like we said in past episodes, life's been a little crazy, life's been a little hectic, and we all got a lot going on. Wouldn't you agree, Ma?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Ma, I know you got some craziness going on in your life right now. You got a lot of stuff going on. And the main thing I wanted to talk to you today about is, everything that you're going through trying to get Kendall fully through the whole graduation process. So like
Yeah.
can you give a little bit of how you're feeling, how Kendall's kind of feeling, and just, what the runaround's been like?
So it's Kendall's senior year. We have made
Yeah.
it. Yes. So I didn't get the opportunity to do all this stuff with you your senior year.
Yeah.
So I did not realize how busy it really is.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, Kendall tries to be active in school. So she's, been doing plays and going on retreats as a leader and things like that. So trying to make sure this year I haven't really had to stay on top of her about making sure her grades and stuff are good. She's kind of locked in with that, but um, just trying to keep on schedule with deadlines and scholarships. Um, Making sure that all her senior events that she's prepared for each one of those. It's been a lot, and it's been a lot in these last few weeks of trying to get her ready. So we're now at the point of it's prom season.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally got a dress today, thank goodness. It actually was not as horrible as it typically is. So that was great. But prom season, thinking about the things that you wouldn't even have to think about as a guy, is, her dress. Then not even thinking about, she's still thinking about dates. That's not my worry. My worry is makeup, hair, facials, nails, pedicures. Like, it's all these things that go into it, and you have to be on top of that stuff because if you're not, you might get locked out, with one of those appointments. So I have been very busy and diligent and trying to book everything that's about to happen for her for next month. So that's been my schedule on top of trying to get her to understand her independence when it comes to going off to college.
Mm.
So Kendall is, I would say, very naive when it comes to things like that. I don't know if you were or not. I guess you can tell us your experience with with going off to school, but Kendall still thinks that somebody is going to. Uh, what did she ask? She was asking her advisor, like, how does she turn in her paperwork? How does she let somebody, like, how does she let her professor know that she's not coming to school? Like, or how do they take roll? She's like, how do y'all take attendance? And I'm like, that's not how that works.
Mm.
So I'm trying to get her to be independent, to check her emails. We've missed quite a bit of activities that they've had. She's going to Coppin in Baltimore, so that's the harder part of it. It's not like it's, downtown at U of L or Newburgh Road at Bellarmine. She's going, some states over. So we're trying to stay connected with all the activities that they're having, and we've missed quite a few. We should be in Baltimore next weekend, but we didn't reserve the spot in time, so we won't go to that. Nothing that's major, but I want her to still experience like all those things
Mm.
so that she's prepared when she gets there. So that's what I've been doing, and preparing for graduation date. On top of prom and graduation, it's also Kendall's 18th birthday coming up. So, I mean, sis has got a lot of great things happening for her and a lot of extensive things happening
Yeah.
for me. And also just trying to be organized with it. So, that's what I've been spending my last few weeks on. But I am curious because I feel like we just kind of threw you out there because I was like, oh, he's going to be good.
Mm.
But do you feel like you transitioned from high school to your freshman year of college well enough to where you were independent and didn't get behind on things like, I don't know, assignments or whatever?
Yeah, I think for me, it was a smooth transition academically because of me going to Atherton,
Mm-hmm.
and the entire year was cumulative. I had to say that a little slow, but
Cumulative.
cumulative. But yeah, no, it was a very smooth transition because they really trained us in the aspect of like how college really is. Now
Mm-hmm.
it was over an entire school year, but like each semester was just like that, but just shorter. So I think when I first got into college, it was like okay, like this isn't as bad, you know what I'm saying? And it's not too too tedious to where like I can't handle it.
Yeah.
But uh from you guys like preparing me, I feel like it's a mix. Like I feel like I've heard a ton of stories from y'all growing up, and y'all trying to like warn me about certain things, like don't do this, or make sure you're on top of this and doing this, because the professors and stuff, they don't care if you are sick or if you are late. Like you got to stay on top of things.
Right.
So you're an adult now. So I've had that mindset, and that's helped me. But I think the only thing I really was not prepared for was go into a different state for school.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, we've talked about it since I was like a kid because I've always wanted to do marine biology,
Right.
and I've always known like I have to leave
Right.
to go do this. But I think when it finally happened, and there was a lot of stuff going on around that time too. Like I had just graduated. Uh, the whole process to even go to school was not, it
Completely
was very
different.
unorthodox. Like
Yeah.
it was like my whole senior year, even like the back end of like my junior year, it all just got completely messed up. So like it's kind of hard to also judge in that aspect because we also had to adapt. Like my class, we had to adapt to everything, and so yeah, just when I finally got to Savannah, and like, cause when I first got there, I was like, oh, I ain't got no roommate, cause my roommate was not there.
Right.
So I
You
was
thought you
like,
was about to live your
yeah,
best
I had a I
life.
had a two I had a 2 bedroom dorm. The other side was empty. I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool. That's gonna be my gaming setup over there. Have a little couch lounge area, but like I was finna chill. But then I got with my roommate Malik. Shout out Malik. Uh, and it was just like, okay, now we here. And then I had to really just figure it out. And it was fine academically, like I said, but then the more that the year went on, I would say closer to Christmas, it like hit. And I was like, yeah, this don't feel good. I think spending my first birthday by myself was weird. Spending around the Christmas, even though I was coming back home, it just felt weird because half the campus was gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't like this feeling. Like this is weird. It's so lonely and isolated. So that's why I like really cherish coming home. And I think that's what really ultimately led me to come back home, because I didn't have that foundation and I wasn't fully prepared to live in an entirely different environment by myself.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing, and I think that's something I would love to like preach and tell to Kendall, like stay with it, because it's gonna make you stronger at the end of the day. Like it's not gonna last forever. Like that last semester that I had in Savannah, I had a lot of stuff that I was just dealing with, but like I had some good advice from my dad. I had good friends that I made that semester, and it helped me. And I want her to know, like, no matter how you feel or like what is going on, like, stick with it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be okay. Keep God with you. Stay prayed up. Read your Bible if you need to. And I know she is good with all that, but I don't want her losing that track. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
her
So
sight. I mean, because yeah, for you, like you didn't have a choice. Like you had to go away and go
yeah,
to school, and she has the choice. So for me, I feel like it's maybe a little bit different because she is making the conscious decision. I mean, you did too with your major, but I mean, Kendall's going for nursing, so she can do that anywhere. She can do that here, but I've always said Kendall doesn't belong here. She doesn't belong in Louisville. It's too little of a city for her. I could see her living somewhere bigger. And so I think Baltimore is going to be great for her if she's set up in the right way, if her mind is set in the right way. But I just know, and she's not necessarily, I always say, like, you're a mama's boy. She's a mommy's girl. However, she doesn't need, to me, like the physical touch or anything like a phone call, I think for her would be good.
Yeah.
You know, because Kendall stays to herself even when she's in the house. So, um, yeah, I'm hoping that she's gonna be set up to where she's gonna, you know, make good friends. People, I told her, I was like, I want her to make friends that are people that are in her same field, to where they can encourage each other and things like that to make it easier. But I mean, I commend both of y'all. I went down the road to Lexington,
Yeah.
and thought it was major. I mean, y'all are going flights away, you know, so that'll be, it'll be interesting to see what her experience is. I wanted originally to have her come, but you know, to talk about, you know, why she chose the HBCU.
Yeah.
Because we never, I mean, we've looked at it, we've looked everywhere, but I don't know why her final decision was, you know, with, I know Coppin, she likes Baltimore, but I'm not sure why she chose a HBCU. So I'm just like, I don't know. For you, you've experienced both. So is it HBCU or PWI, you know, for you?
I think that's a good question. I think that's basically, I'm sorry, that's based on like the person. And me personally, I think I would enjoy HBCU over PWI because, of course, like, you know, the Black excellence, like, you know, you're surrounded and in fields with people who are just like you. Like, especially like when I was in Savannah, I was a marine biology major, and it was dope seeing a bunch of Black scientists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so even like there were Black doctors on that campus. You know what I'm saying? And they went to go. Savannah's kind of like Louisville. It's a pretty big like medical town, even though it's like pretty small. But they have like hospitals everywhere. So a lot of those like kids, when they graduate, they jump into like those hospitals. Like there's a big hospital down there, and like they said, like 1 year, 3 of the doctorates or doctors who graduated like worked in that hospital or whatever.
Okay.
So it was like it's a lot of success that comes from it, and I love seeing that light being shed.
Yeah.
But some people probably need, you know, more people because HBCUs, it's not a lot of people on the campus unless it's like a big school like Howard,
yeah.
or like, you know, one of those schools or those institutions.
Yours was a private.
It was
HBCU.
Like it wasn't private,
It was gated.
but it wasn't private. It wasn't private.
It's not private.
No,
Okay.
It just had gates so people stayed off.
I could have sworn it was a private
No,
HBCU.
Savannah State's public, but it was like, it was like 3,000 kids on campus, so the classrooms are much smaller than like a PWI. So I loved having that, and I was much closer to my professors. Like one semester, I was in a chemistry class, and the professor literally knew us because he had like 30 kids, but only 10 of us showed up. So it was like, you know, we had that closer connection with that professor. He even was like, yeah, if y'all show up for this exam, I know y'all gonna do well. But he said like, if there's some questions that I know that y'all didn't do well on, like we'll figure it out. I may drop it, whatever. But that's just because he saw our faces every day.
Yeah.
You go to a PWI and you try to, you know, you have to then book or like schedule appointments with your professors. You still have to do that at HBCU, but it's a lot harder to get in there because it's like 100+ kids trying to talk to this one person or have a connection with this one person, and they may not remember you. They may not even know who you are.
Right.
So I love that.
You have classes now where you have 50+.
Oh yeah.
Like those large auditorium type of classrooms. I think that's how most of mine were until I got into my actual major. But even still, it was a larger size classroom.
Yeah,
so,
I'm in my major, and it's still a large classroom. So
yeah, that's kind of a broad major.
Yeah,
too.
And that's also something I don't like about, and maybe it's just U of L, and that's just like the institution. But like a bio major at U of L, it's a lot of pre-med students, and I don't like that. I don't care if anybody's listening. U of L, listen, pay attention, lock in. Put the pre-med students in their own majors, bro, because you're messing up the bio majors like tremendously. It's crazy. Because when I first got to U of L, I took a lower level biology course because I didn't get to do that at Savannah.
Yeah.
And so they was like, yeah, so we're gonna structure the exams in your homeworks like as if it's the what's the test that they do? The MCAT.
Yeah.
They was like, we're gonna structure like the MCAT so that way y'all can practice. I'm not taking the MCAT.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so why am I doing this? And I'm struggling to answer these questions because they're making it really hard on purpose,
Right.
and I don't understand that. So, I don't really like that part, but like at a HBCU, I feel like I learned better, and it's crazy. Like when I came to U of L, I was like, I retained way more information, maybe because it was a smaller classroom,
Yeah.
and it was just easier to like connect with the material. But like when I came to U of L, I was like, nah, this is wild. But
That's crazy. I mean, because I've only known, like I said, I went to U of L for my master's, UK for my undergrad. I went to Mel, our graduating class. I think we had like 300 plus in our graduating class. Like I've not known anything but large groups of people. So I can't imagine going into a classroom and it being like 20.
yeah,
You know, like that would be odd to me. And I would say for Kendall, like with Mercy, I think this would be a good transition for her because I think Coppin only has 2,000 students.
Yeah.
It's even smaller than Savannah. And then they have, I believe, a high school in the middle of the campus. So I feel like it's still going to give her like a school kind of vibe. But anyway, so yeah, we'll keep y'all posted on her fall semester and how that goes for her. But I'm hoping, I know that you said that some of the things that me and your dad was saying you still had in the back of your head. I'm hoping that even though she acts like I'm irritating her, that is catching, some of that stuff is catching, and she'll figure that stuff out on her own. Because it's still sometimes that I come out of my room just to even see if Kendall's up for school. Because I don't trust her. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then she's got to go all the way to Baltimore and watch her have like 8 o'clock classes. And this girl she's not a morning person. She is like somebody that needs to go work a third shift job. So
I think something will click either this summer or when she gets down there. Because when I went to school, it clicked for me. Yeah. And especially since she's going away and she doesn't have you there, it's gonna retain for her. And she's gonna be like, okay, this is what mom has prepared me for, and this is what she showed me growing up. So it's gonna click. It's just gonna take some time because she's 17, about to be 18.
And she's not. She's over it. Like
she's over it
with everything. Like, and that's what's made everything harder with preparing her for graduation. It's like I need her opinion on stuff, and everything is I don't care. Whatever you want, do whatever you want. And I'm like, I want her to be engaged and enjoying it. And she's just like, I don't really care. I'm over it. I just want to graduate. So, and then that's frustrating for me because I'm like, I want to be able to enjoy it because I didn't get to do that with you.
Yeah.
But so she gave me a little bit of that today. She was great today for the prom dress. Thank you, Kendall.
What color is she going?
It's pink, which I think a lot of people will be very surprised. This is not a dress that Kendall would love typically, and it's everything I love.
Yeah.
And me and Kendall do not have the same style.
Yeah.
So, but their theme is Bridgerton. So,
okay.
I am a Bridgerton nut. So when she woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me that their theme was Bridgerton. I was mad. I was like, "Are you really waking me up for this?" But then when she said Bridgerton, oh my god, I'm so excited! I cannot wait. So, if there's some kind of way that we can show, like we can share pictures and stuff after that, then I would love to do that. I'm excited.
Would you say prom is the most exciting part of all this, like this whole process for you? Like, what's been the most exciting process for you?
Actually, no. Prom actually has not been. I thought it would be. I mean, I've got to do prom with her last year, her winter dances and stuff. So no, I'm gonna say the most exciting part is, just her senior activities in general. Her senior retreat where we got to write those letters.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing. When me and you made those senior pants for her, the jeans. Like those are the things that have been exciting for me. So it's like the behind the scenes stuff that's been more exciting. Her prom is May 8th. Her birthday's May 9th. So what we decided is we're doing an after party so that people can help her bring in her birthday on the 9th. That's been exciting too. But I'm telling you, like the pants, watching her take her senior pictures, and the retreat and those kind of things, like those have been like more fun than anything.
Yeah.
So prom will be great, but it's not really been the highlight this year, which is interesting because I love to dress Kendall up, but you know.
Yeah. I know when I was a senior and we was trying to like enjoy all those festivities or whatever. It wasn't, of course, like I said, normal, but I know that was something that you were very excited, like
Oh, I already
more
had
so
your colors
prom.
picked out.
Yeah, like
Like you even had a choice.
like junior prom. Yeah, 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 it was junior prom where like I was supposed to have like the emerald green
Yes.
with like the egg white.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's why I asked. I was like, oh,
I love dressing Stephon up too. Like they have the perfect complexion, Stephon especially. But like even your 8th grade graduation.
no,
like,
that was fly. That was fly. I might
had to-
insert that picture.
Yeah,
That was
I
fly.
had to deck him out for that. I love dressing y'all up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was cause even like graduation, I think you
Yeah.
like my senior year, you wasn't really worried about prom because it wasn't really much.
Yeah.
But then you were like, nah, graduation, that's where we really
Yeah.
gotta pick it up, and we did.
He was nice. What
Oh,
time?
it stopped. Oh
George?
my good, bro, it happened again. Whatever. Um, hold on. Let's keep talking. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Okay.
So we sorry, we have a lot of stuff going on this summer. We have some trips planned. We got other things going on. So I know financially, especially with you helping Kindle out, it's been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just to start off this transition, like, what has been something or ways that you've been able to, I guess, stay afloat while still paying and taking care of all these financial
Well,
things?
okay, so what Stefan's speaking on is at the end of May, because this is Stefan's graduating, I guess, year at the end of the year.
Something like that.
And since Kendall's graduating from high school, and they both love anime, and I want to experience travel with them, we're going to be going to Tokyo at the end of May. So we're all pretty excited. Maybe a little nervous too, with this being our first international travel. But the only thing I can honestly say, because none of this stuff is cheap, right? Like prom's not cheap. For those of y'all that live on your own and pay rent, and it went out I think again. For those of y'all that pay rent and car payments, car insurance, things like that, that stuff's not cheap right now either. Gas ain't even cheap. Gas is ridiculous. Sidebar, me and Kendall rode past Sam's today, and I'm gonna tell you that shit was wrapped around the corner because gas was $3.77. And I'm like, wow. But right up the road it's $4.25, so I get it. So the thing that that keeps me afloat, like financially, with everything is I'm a planner. I'm a person that writes down things. I knew that I wanted to do this Japan trip last year, so I already start preparing and saving and putting back well before we get to that point. I do have a job that's set up to where if I need to take on a few extra clients, to make the money that I want to make, I can do that. And so, when it comes to like prom, Kendall's hair, and all those other things, that's basically what I do. I work more, pick up where I can, save where I can. I think like this week we cut the grocery bill in half, which was crazy that we was even able to do that. So financially, we maintain everything, but in order to do anything above that, we plan.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a planner. I feel like for anything, you got concerts and stuff that you was talking about going to this summer. Like, are you planning for that, or are you just gonna wing it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what I wanted to get in with you or talk to you about was like just ways to plan and ways to save money. I've been having recent conversations with people who's like around my age, and I'm like, yo, like they pockets are deep, and I'm like, I don't know what they did or how they got it. Not my business, but I was like, it made me feel like, well, maybe I'm not doing something right. So I was like,
school?
actually, funny enough, no. So
Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna say
another
if
thing
you
too.
got deep pockets, you can't be in school.
That's another thing too. But at the same
Not
time,
full
like
time anyway.
some of them, like I work with them, and
Yeah.
I'm like, and I know like my checks, like you're probably making a little more than me, but like
Yeah.
there's, what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to pocket watch, but I've just been having recent conversations with people, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, maybe I am living life like wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think like the conversation that I can't remember when it was when me, you, and Dom were talking because when you was like you were broke, and then we was like, oh my God, he's broke, and so,
I am
but
broke.
then well, Stefan's broke is not somebody else's broke. He's not broke. So, but when you said that, because when Dom says he's broke, he literally has nothing, no money.
Yeah.
So then he started getting worried, like, what is Stefan spending his money on? And I was like, I bet you he's not really broke. But anyway, I do think people don't realize, even myself, and I still do it, is you don't realize how much money you spend on eating out.
Yeah.
That adds up, and especially for us, because if I'm feeding me, I'm feeding y'all.
Mm.
So for a family of 4, sometimes 5, that could be ridiculous. Like, I think 2 weeks ago I didn't go to the grocery, so we ate out almost every night. And like to order from, where did we eat? Name one place.
I don't know. Y'all went to like Famous Dave's one night.
Yeah, that was $80.
Jeez.
Just to eat there. I mean, to get some like Texas Roadhouse, even to get the family meal or whatever, it's expensive. And the problem, especially with us, everybody don't eat the same thing in the house.
Yeah.
So that's hard. And I've always been one to try to make it accommodating for everybody. And at some point, it's just like, fuck it. Don't eat. Don't eat if you don't want it. I don't care. I did that last night. I typically, Kendall only likes cheese pizza. But here lately, I feel like she's not been eating as much. You're ripping and running. You're not eating as much. So if I cook or whatever, it's left over. If I buy stuff, it's left over. So I just said, I'm getting 2 medium pizzas last night. And she came down, of course, of all night. Now she's going to eat. And she's like, oh, there's no cheese pizza? Nope, pick off the meat. Like, that's the way it's going to be. So, I mean, sometimes we have to get a little tighter. But I feel like you probably eat out more than what we know that you eat out. That's where you can save. I know you like to, you don't go out every weekend, but you got to think about, because this is the other thing that, why sometimes I tell Dom I don't want to go somewhere. You're not necessarily this, but Dom, typically, we don't wear the same thing. Like, if we worn it, like if we go to Derby, if we wore that outfit to last year's Derby, we ain't wearing it this year.
Yeah.
So, like, for us to go out, it requires us to buy outfits, potentially buy shoes, get your hair done, all these other things just to get to the party that you still probably got to pay for.
Yeah.
So those are things, I mean, that you got to think about. But I feel like you're a repeat when it comes to clothes and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's like, if I have like a concert that I'm going to, I try and get something new. Or I try and
I
like.
think you did it a lot last year.
Oh, I definitely did.
Yeah.
But now I'm down like a lot of weight, so a lot of those clothes don't even fit me, or they don't fit or look the same anymore. So now I'm back to trying to figure out like new clothes
That's
to buy.
Thing you gotta think about too. If you're going on a weight
things.
loss journey, like you may not want to buy a whole lot of clothes.
So I'm semi that, but I think food is definitely an issue for me. And excuse me, I know I sat down with y'all and like I was canceling like streaming services and stuff like that. That I was like, yo, we're not using this for real unless somebody else wants to pick it up. I'm not paying for it. Just because I'm like, I would love to just see from this point on, or I guess I'm just in that season of just like, yo, I really want to just save my money and just really make sure like I'm good. Like I ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I don't think you're ever too young or like you're not in the position to think like that. But I'm like, I don't know. I think I used to look at myself like when I was younger and I first started making money, and I was like, I was pretty frugal, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to spend my money like that. And so I know for like 3 or 4 months straight, I saved my money as much as I could, because the only thing that I was doing was just driving, and I was driving your car. And so I was just driving your car to and from work, and the only thing I had to really worry about was gas. And so then, of course, at that time, gas was like $1 because it was COVID. So I was really able to save my money, and seeing how it happened and how much I was able to save was like, wow. Like it was refreshing. Like I
Now
was
you got a
cool.
different
I got a
taste.
whole different lifestyle
Like,
now.
yeah.
I got a car note. Like I got other things that I'm trying to do, whatever. So it's just like I saw like Odell Beckham Jr. He was like he said something a few months ago where he was like, you can't survive on it was like a $60 million contract in the NFL. To the average person, yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can
Not
survive
their
with $1 million.
lifestyle.
But he was like, you gotta think, you gotta pay this person, you gotta take care of your family, this family member, you gotta do this, and this. But then somebody else was like, well, you just gotta change your lifestyle.
Right.
So that's it. So
Yeah.
it's really also trying to figure out how to change your lifestyle so that way you're adapting your lifestyle to your income.
Yeah.
But
So I'll just even give y'all an example for me, like just being transparent. Like, I mean, I make good money at work, but I'm a 1099. I'm a contract worker, so I don't have any taxes taken out. So we went to go get
speak a little louder.
when we went to go get our taxes done on Friday, which I'm usually prepared, like it's going to be somewhere between 20, 30, $20 to $25,000 that we owe. But this year we owed 40. 40,000. So she somehow was able to get it down to 30,000, which I was like, okay, but I do put up like 30% of my paycheck every time I get it for that reason. So, but I pick at it, and it's not my money, it's tax money. So, but I've got a good portion of that money, but my tax preparer is like flipping out. She's like, get another job. She's like, that is ridiculous. But I don't even know where I was going with that. So now I know that we already have these other things that are planned, and I'm not changing it because, of course, I know Dom would probably say, we ain't going to Japan, we ain't going nowhere, we ain't doing nothing. We shutting down, we sitting in this house. I'm not that person. We're not doing that. We have plans. We have to live. That's part of life. The IRS is going to get their taxes, and when they going to get it. So I'll pay it, but I say that to even then knowing I got most of that put up, but I do have to kind of cut back a little bit. Yeah. So Kendall was supposed to get a job forever ago. She still hasn't. She hasn't been able to find anybody to hire her. So, I mean, I'm paying for me and her to get our nails done every 2 weeks. So if you add that up, like it's 75 for her, 75 for me. So 150 every 2 weeks. So what is that? 150, 300. 300 a month. 300 times 12. I don't even know. Do the math.
It's like 3,000, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But I love my nails. But I'm like, so I told Dom, I was like, okay, after prom and all that kind of stuff, I'm not getting Kendall's nails done no more. I'm taking mine off. Kendall can get a job and pay for hers if she wants to. So there's some things that you have to deprive yourself of when, and that's adulting, which absolutely sucks, by the way. But that's part of being an adult, is being responsible, making those choices to say, like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. For Kendall, her hair is expensive. However, she doesn't have to get it. Like, she gets her hair braided. That's what, $300, but it lasts her for two months or so. So that's not terrible, I don't think. But there's other things that she may not have to get it all the way down to her butt, because that's extra, $75. Yeah. So there's things that you got to find ways to cut. So if you're not gonna, I wouldn't say don't eat out. I wouldn't deprive yourself and say, I'm not going to eat out at all this week, even though that would be great. But maybe just cut it back. Like if you're a 5-day-a-week eat out person, then just cut it down to maybe you only eat out twice. And that money actually will add up. Another place, I don't know if you think about it, now you rip and run a lot. Yeah. I am curious. How much do you spend in gas in a week?
Be honest.
Yeah, be honest.
Like,
because
like 40 to 50
a week, Steph. No way. My job is to run to people's houses, from house to house to house to house.
But your car got 5 better. Days a week. It got, you know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't matter. I spend $50 a week, and I drive every single day.
I do too.
But I drive. I feel like I don't know if I drive more than you drive more than me. So that's why I'm like, you spending more than $50 in gas. If I'm spending $50 in a week,
Okay, maybe like 50, 60, 60 max. I'm not doing more than that.
you don't think?
Mm, I know
So
for
all your stuff
I
is just
know
really, really close.
I know for a fact.
Oh,
I
go
know
back and look at your
I know for
go
a
get your online
fact.
banking and check it out
Whatever. The
because
camera
I'm
is out again.
pretty sure that that's more than $60 a
I'm
week.
gonna tell you right now. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's not. You gotta trust me on that one.
Okay.
It's definitely not.
Okay.
Come on, cause like, look, I'm not somebody who wants to spend his money like crazy.
That's true, but
So
you've gotten a little loose. Like I feel like you are not as frugal as you used to be.
I'm not, but that's why I was like, lifestyles has changed. Anyways, I'm not spending more
Okay.
than $50, $60 a week on gas.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess the other part, me and Kendall was talking about this too earlier today. I don't know if you've thought about it. Like now that you feel like you have this certain lifestyle, and I'm assuming like you'd want to keep it up, or maybe even have a more of a lavish lifestyle. I know we've talked about you changing up like your fashion and things like that. I know you like jewelry and such, tattoos. That stuff's expensive. So, when Kendall was talking about like she wants to be a nurse anesthetist, and so I was telling her, I was like, did you know I have a friend whose nephew's about to graduate from that program, and he's going to be starting off like at 300,000. And I was like, I was like, did you know that they make that much? And she's like, yeah, I got a lifestyle I'm trying to maintain. Which is good for her to recognize that she ain't cheap. So I'm like, you might think that you're cheap, but you're really not cheap.
No,
So,
I didn't say that.
well, I'm just saying, like, just with everything that it costs to maintain. Like, I don't know,
No.
have you ever, like, sat and thought about what it really costs to maintain your lifestyle on your own?
Yeah, I've sat and thought about it a little bit, and that's why like those conversations with those people and like how they save their money. Like I said, I don't know how their savings got to those points, but uh, I've sat there and I've looked. I'm like, I know for a fact I couldn't get an apartment with my UPS checks. I could not do it.
Yeah.
But uh, I was like, but if I changed my lifestyle, possibly I would literally have to be like a caveman
Yeah.
and just sit there. But I've definitely thought about like cost of living and just how much everything costs, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
hard.
wouldn't
I
survive
can't
with
even
what I make.
imagine. Like, people are out here paying $1,200 to $1,500 for apartments, and that's a mortgage. Like, I mean, that's how much you should expect to pay for a house.
Yeah,
So I can't imagine. I know when I was in college, I worked just to maintain the lifestyle that I wanted. I wanted to live off campus on my own, and I got me a brand new car. I worked two jobs and went to school full time. But again, everything didn't cost what it costs now. So I can't even imagine, how that would even work. Two jobs probably still wouldn't even cut it at this point. So
that's why I was like, with all that being said, like, we all know, some of us may know, I got a couple side hustles. Really, one true main side. Well, no, they're both side hustles. Yeah, we're not gonna diminish the other one.
yeah, so
Uh,
they're both main side hustles.
yeah, like I have an ice cream business, and then I also make music. So I recently discovered, because for the longest I kept pushing it off, like checking the music account and seeing like how much money I've made, and so because they ask for like your taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
On top of that, never mind, because I was about to say something that was gonna get
Don't
me in
let them
trouble.
get you.
So I was like, yeah, I don't want to give them like my tax information. I don't know if I trust this site or whatever. I'm cool not making money on my music. I love just making music. So it's like I don't even care about the money. The money will come and go. That's fine.
Right.
So I hop on last week after talking to one of my friends, and we're sitting there, and I'm on the phone with her, and I was like, bro, do you know how much money I made in music over like the last 6 years? Now, to some people it may not be crazy, but to me it's crazy because just the numbers on my streams and everything. If you want to go check me out, look me up, Stephon Harris on all platforms, or you can look up Steph as well. I have two different platforms, but I'm trying to merge them all onto my Stephon Harris account. So look me up, and I'll put my link in the description. I ultimately have made like around $300.
Yeah.
And to some people, be like, "Oh, like that's it."
I think
Like,
it's amazing. I didn't even know you were making money.
It's
off
good
of this.
because of how much streaming services offer. So, but that's over 6 years since 2020. But I'm like, that's money I can take right now and just
You've been streaming for 6 years on all these platforms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I have a song called Young King, and that's like one of my most popular songs, and that's not even generated the most money. And it's weird. It's this one random song I made called Banger that I think just hit like a random platform or a playlist.
I gotta go back and listen to that now.
You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
No, just no, but
I've listened to almost everything, haven't I? Is that something that I've missed?
I think that's something you've missed because that's like early.
Okay.
That's one of Dalen's favorites. Shout out my cousin Dalen. That's one of Dalen was like showing me one time. He's like, bro, that was hard. So you should go listen to Banger.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that.
Go listen to Banger. It's random. I don't know what I'm saying in that song, but it has 6,000 streams, and that's made me like a couple $100.
Yeah.
TikTok has given me a couple $100. Apple Music and Spotify are of course like the most populated apps, so those are like 2 and 3 when it comes to making money. It's a lot, and so I'm like, okay, I got $300 from that. My ice cream business is now jumping because it's getting warmer and my name's getting out there more.
Yeah.
I literally left work one night and there's this one girl in the guard shack when I'm leaving, and she's always talking about my chains. Like, when you gonna get me one of my chains? I need a chain. And I'm like, I don't know. But I was like, she was like, hey, aren't you the guy who makes ice cream? And I said, yeah. So I gave her my business card, and she was like, not you having your number on here, and I'm about to text you. And I was like, please don't. Please don't. But then I sat there, I was like, that's probably a bad idea to have my number on there.
Well, I was like, she sounds like she's flirting.
And please don't. Anyways, but nah, for real though, like, having both of those as like my side hustles, it's good seeing that 300 and actually knowing how much I've made off my music.
Yeah.
But it's still not enough. Having the ice cream business is good, but I have to now learn and structure it to where I pull only a certain amount for my personal, because I gotta pay myself,
right?
And then on top of that, keeping money for the business, so that way I'm not losing a lot of income. So it's a lot of now planning and structuring I have to think about. So, you know, I think in today's society, side hustles is what really helps and runs a lot of people's households.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody needs to have really 2 side hustles to even stay afloat. So like, I know my friends, they sell stuff on like Depop. They you know, get on Facebook Marketplace. I did that before. I sold my old TV for school.
You used to do Uber, was it Uber Eats?
I did Uber Eats and DoorDash. Got into an accident last year. I was like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, so
you would do DoorDash in a minute if you thought your pockets was low.
Yeah, like, cause
what are you out there doing?
It's quick money. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it's not the best, because then that's wear and tear on your car.
Absolutely.
And then you also gotta, like, you know, pay for more gas and stuff like that. So it's those things.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of hard to really pick out what is best for you, because a lot of people, I think, when they jump into these side hustles, that it's going to instantly make them money. Right. My ice cream business, I've been doing this for like 3 years now, and I'm just now, maybe 4 years, and I'm just now like starting to get a lot of pickup. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I think too, your side hustle has to be something that you really love and enjoy. It can't be just about making the money back off of it, because I mean, eventually it's going to come, but it takes time for it to come. But I will say, like, my job I have now actually was my side hustle. I was doing something else and doing this on like part-time, and actually it was not even considered a full-time position. And then one day I counted up like, well, what if I had this many clients and I did this for, you know, such and such time and made this amount of money? I was like, damn, I can make a lot of money. So I just proposed it to my boss, like, what if I came over here full time and, like, you know, got my caseload up by myself, I marketed myself, And she's like, yeah, if that's what you want to do. They didn't care. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, I don't care. So I was like, cool. So that's what I did. I'm really good at, you got to find what is your niche? What are you good at? I am very good at relationships and meeting new people and finding a way to relate to people. And I mean, that's what I did. I built relationships and I turned my side hustle into my full time job, which is now giving me more problems because it's more money. But whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, for my ice cream business, I plugged it before. The Inside Scoop.lou, you know what I'm saying, .lu, in Louisville, Kentucky. You know what I'm saying. If you need any ice cream, we make any flavor of ice cream. I specialize in cakes, cookies, and cereal flavors.
Say, ice cream.
I specialize in cakes, cookies, cereal flavor, ice cream, but I can make any flavor. I'll say like the most out of their flavor that people ask me. But actually, it's two of them.
My guess. I want to guess.
Go ahead.
Fruity Pebbles.
No.
Really?
Not the most like out there. Like
ice?
You would never think of that.
Oh, you said out there ice
cream. Yeah, like weird combination ice cream.
I don't know. Like
Fruity Pebbles is my best flavor though.
Yeah. I can't think of what I've seen you in here making.
When I say it here in a second, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that did just happen.
The bourbon? That's not odd.
No.
Okay, what?
Gatorade.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, when I did the, because so one of the kids on the lacrosse team, it wasn't bad. Okay. I'll say that. Okay. I wouldn't eat that. Like I was like.
Did it taste like Gatorade?
It did. But it tasted like sweet and creamy. So it was like, okay, that's cool, but like I wouldn't eat that again. Okay. Like at all. He loved it. He said he ate the whole thing by day 2. He said he woke up before school and ate a bowl.
Oh wow.
I was like, yeah, you're tripping. Like it wasn't that good. So Gatorade, he asked for Blue Powerade, but there wasn't like a Blue Powerade mix or whatever that I could have did. Mm-hmm. So I did that, and then I did banana pudding. The banana pudding.
That was fire.
It was pretty good.
So good. So I'm not even like a huge banana pudding fan.
I'm not either, but like that was actually, I was like, yeah, it works. It works. So. On top of all of that, on the ice cream, I make all like gourmet ice cream, but I have these egg rolls that I make, these apple pie, peach cobbler, and now blueberry pie egg rolls. I'm trying to expand and do more flavors. I do.
My favorite is the fried Oreos.
I do deep fried Oreos. Yeah, I do any flavor of the Oreos, and I deep fry them. And then I have a strawberry cheesecake cookie, and then a s'mores cookie, and then on the last thing that's like my special item is I have a cotton candy burrito, which is ice cream wrapped inside of cotton candy like a burrito, and then you put your favorite toppings. It's really I mainly like push that for like kids. When people ask about it, I'm like, if you have a sweet tooth, you'll definitely love it too. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll try it. Yeah. And everybody loves it. So if you're in the Louisville area or you listening, bro, tap in with a small business, small black owned business.
Yes, because we know that there's a lot of them out there. So let us know what your small business is so we can shout you out, market, help you get some new clients, customers.
Yes, anybody out there with a small business, you know what I'm saying, just tap in with us, text us, DM us, whatever, and just be like, yo, I would love to plug it. We'll talk with you. You know what I'm saying?
Word of mouth is everything.
Always. That's something I learned recently. But yeah, Ma, I think that was a pretty good episode, you know what I'm saying? We got to learn a little bit about financials, you know what I'm saying, and how we should handle our money. Talked a little bit about Kendall and y'all's fiasco with prom and graduation and everything, and hoping that she's excited, you know what I'm saying, in that whole process. But yeah, I think today's episode was pretty good. What you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we don't keep y'all hanging, for the next episode too much longer.
Yes.
But just bear with us. We're trying to get through it. So we'll be back.
Yeah.
Next week maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lacrosse is kind of slowing down a little bit, so I'm not coaching. I won't be coaching as much in the next few weeks. But yeah, we're gonna get back to it, y'all. We're gonna get back to it.
Yeah. I hope everybody has a good week.
Yes.
It's gonna be beautiful. Well, it's gonna be beautiful for some of the days. So try to enjoy them when you can.
Yeah, for sure. So once again, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have anything that y'all want to comment or ask us, leave them in the comment section. Or you guys can DM us. Well, I think we should create maybe an Instagram page or something. Connect with people even more. Facebook page. Yeah. So that way we can share these things and get it out to people. But yeah, I think that's cool. So like I said, thank y'all again. We love y'all. And once again, from our hearts to yours. Peace out.
boy, he got that shit on though.